Hello. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. YouTube a War God. Welcome. Sorry, still setting up the stream here. There we are. There we are. Good, good. Okay. I need to fix my hierarchical storage settings here. And right now they're all kind of fucksy-wucksy, aren't they? Let me see here. Where is the get desired items for storage? Where do I build the hierarchy? Oh, I think it's this. Build children. Where's that called from? Children, where are they being built? Init storage settings. Playlist items, set list items, get root item hierarchy tags. This comes from the item hierarchy map. Let's put a breakpoint there. You see what that is. Is that what I expect it to be? I expected more. I expected more. Where is the game mode? Plywood USA. Dude, the YouTube names crack me up sometimes. Like they're so fun. It'll be like Greg Smith. And then there's fucking YouTube War God. And also Plywood USA. Please tell me that there's a bunch of plywood advertisement videos on your channel. Please. I need that to be true. And if there's not, can you please make some? I need you to have some lore. I expected them to have more tags in the item hierarchy. They just have the root ones now. Like on Twitch, everyone's name is like a gamer name, you know, pretty much. Except for old Piss Buckets. Little Timmy Piss Buckets. That's a name I'll always remember over there. There's none. Wow. I am disappointed. I know. This isn't the first time someone's just been disappointed in my lack of lumber advertisements. Wendy, welcome in. Yeah, why do we only have the root here? What's going on? Let me step through this. We're breakpointed. Hang on. Hold the phone. Eldon. I think that just happens at game initialization. Yeah. See, like, that's just like a person's name. Wendy, you know? And the names are kind of hard to remember on YouTube because of that. For some, like, I can't remember YouTube names very well. Someone has to come in here very consistently on the YouTube side for me to, like, remember the name. What? 100 reasons to remember the name. You know, I need 100 consecutive streams. What are you playing? I'm playing game dev. Cache item hierarchy. Ah, yes, I am using the data table rows. Do I still want to use the tags here? Another question. I didn't take my allergy medicine yet. That's a mistake. That's a misplay. That's a misplay right there. Hang on, gotta pop some pills. It's springtime now, so that means my nose doesn't work for 3 months. Well, maybe now with global warming, maybe that's down to like 2. So that's kind of nice. That's a positive. That's a positive for... No one ever thinks about the positives of global warming. I wonder why. Why don't they do that? Oh god, I'm a sniffly mess now. Ugh. Item.food.fungal.white mushroom. So right now, items in my database can only belong to like one section. I'm thinking about changing that up a little bit, and I don't know if that's like, is that a now thing? Maybe that's a now thing. I did just get like hauling fixed and stuff like that yesterday. And I, not yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. I did priorities and stuff like that. So here's a little testy test of that. I'll put a chest down over here. Okay, I don't need you anymore. It's my cousin's birthday today. Can you say happy birthday? No. I'm contractually obligated to not do that at all. Sorry. It's, we don't talk about Cincinnati anymore, you know? The Cincinnati incident. Okay, so we have items in here. And if I change this to high priority, he's like, oh, yeah, these all need to go in there. Oh, and he did all 3 at once? Wait a second. Did I do that? I didn't do that intentionally. That just kind of worked. That just kind of worked, didn't it? Well, I'll be damned. Well, shit. Who wrote that code? But surely it wasn't me. And I'm the only one who works on this project. I thought he would, well, I guess I guess he only considers items in his inventory. He doesn't like, yeah, I mean, I guess it does just work. I guess it does just work. He just goes to whatever's closer. Look at him. Look at that slave, I mean, colonist coming over here. Yes, good. Good. Put it into storage. Now move it all back over there. So that was why. See, now why did he do that? That was an interesting sequence of events there. Why isn't he moving the others? Now he is. Uh-oh, something happened. Hope your day is great. Don't forget you're amazing. Thanks, Mom. I wonder if the reservation didn't get cleared. Interesting. Change that back to normal. Oh, I stored it on top. Okay. Go low. Uh-oh, he's leaving one. Why does he do that? Huh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's he doing? Okay, we got some issues. Clearly. I thought I had all of this working. Oh god, it's so laggy now. What is going on with you, brother? He is succeeding in his interaction action over and over again, every single frame. Frames shudder at the sight of him. I need to optimize that building interaction location, because that function is what's slowing this down right now. Yeah, we do finish the interaction. Haul inventory item. Build haul task. What are we hauling? Is there something in his inventory? What's in your inventory, brother? He's got some male shoulders that apparently cannot fit in there. Oh, he keeps like picking them up and putting them in there. Why are you doing that? Okay, hang on. I got to start breakpointing. Here I go debugging again. Here I go debugging again. Yeah, so we want to go like through here. Well, I guess I should be able to see. Oh dear. They are not in the best storage. Why, pray tell, might that be? I am not. Why am I not getting there immediately? That is. I guess we're just not recalculating it. Oh yeah, because he's not actually doing it. Oh no, but now he's fine. Now that I got the breakpoint there, he's fine. He's like, oh no, sorry boss, sorry boss. Was it the shoulder? I think it was the spalders. He doesn't give a shit about the spalders, does he? Spalders, smalders. I say that all the time. Considering equipment 180 for hauling, it is a world item. Okay, why don't you fucking do something about it then, huh? I'm tired, boss. It is reserved, yeah, so the reservation is fucked up. Just as I suspected.
I knew it! I knew it! That Mulan was a troublemaker from the start!
Okay, where do we need to remove that? And why is it inconsistent? That's the most important part. Why is this inconsistent? We don't like that. We love consistency. That's why we hate AI. Not consistent. Da-da-do, boo, boo, boo. Where would I even fucking look for this? So it's a world item. So world item ISMC, I mean, it should be... I mean, I guess this isn't super... I guess that's not strictly necessary. I don't know why I had the breakpoint there. When we remove... oh no, we add to inventory. We add to inventory. Add to contents. I guess when we pick up a world item, it doesn't automatically... clear the reserved by. Any potential reserved by data. I mean, I guess it makes sense for the world item to not... Oh, here we go. Here it is. Oh, if it is reserved by this guy, we don't do anything about it. Oh yeah, we just fucking remove it. Another entity's reserved item. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we just remove. We do just fucking remove it. What the hell's happening here then? How on earth? How on earth? Let me look where else this is like used from. I think it's used in the interaction status update. Yeah, that is for sure where it's happening from. Should I vlog that? Jeanette Pike, hello. We've been waiting for you. Now we can get started, guys. Jeanette's here. I mean, really what I want is if this doesn't get logged, or doesn't get cleared when it should be, which I don't really know when that's happening, so I don't know if a vlog would help that much. Okay, let me think about just conceptually when we should be clearing the reserved item data. Basically, I only need that when a colonist is going to pick up something. If it's already in their inventory, I don't think I need it there. So really, really the world item, like, I feel like these two should be enough because we update the interaction status. Wait, where was the other one at? Clear reserved by, whoops. Clear reserved by, I keep going to the same fucking one. God damn it. Why does it change the order each time? Okay, it's on clear interact data. It's on clear interact data. So update interaction status doesn't necessarily do that. But when this interaction status it's status updated, then I feel like the interaction processor should clear it. Maybe let me add a log to clear interaction data. I don't even need it. I don't need to say anything specific here. The function name is plenty. Function name there is plenty for me to know what is happening. That's just kind of nice to know, you know? It's nice to know, you know. Okay, so why then, if every time we pick up a world item, we are clearing the reserved by entity data, why then is it still there sometimes? The inconsistency is what's bothering me. Okay, so I picked it up from the world. Yeah, picked it up from there. Yeah, clear, clear. Okay. Guys truck, welcome in. Wait, are you calling me Father Time? Okay, we're removing it. I'm sorry, I don't have an atomic microscope to read what is going on that screen. Maybe you should get a bigger phone. Your eyes don't work that well. I know reading is hard, but I believe in you. I don't think you could read it even if you could see it, to be honest with you. Is that Vim? No, this is Unreal Engine. Yeah, so all that got hit every single fucking time for me. And like, I don't know. It's gaming crap, never mind. Oh, what do you mean? Your 5-second introduction wasn't completely explanatory? We're doing game dev. We're doing game dev. And yeah, you're in a vertical, you know, scroll feed. That's why you ended up in the vertical stream. If you would like to see a horizontal stream, that also exists on my channel. Yeah, he did hit that there. He did hit that there. Let's do one of these boys here. Yeah. That happens. We don't care about that. Looks Vim enough. Yeah, with the UI and viewport, yeah. I would have to agree. I have not made a Steam page, so no, I have no idea how to fix it. Congrats on getting that far, though. That's cool. Yeah, I don't know. What is it here that's doing this? Is it when he picks up multiple? Let me put a bunch in here. How very ableist and ageist of you. That's what they say about me. They do say that. They're like, oh, that Mydrunk, he's always being that. All right, I don't need to talk to you. Okay, change this to low. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Tap 3 dots in upper right hand corner and scroll down to bottom and tap on don't recommend channel. You're assuming that YouTube shortsers have that kind of attention span, and they don't. They can't even follow those directions, so you're just shouting into the void. Okay, so why are you still not freaking working? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's fucking like this is working. This is working. Chat box font is so messed up, it's hilarious. What's messed up about the chat box font? I didn't know we had chat box font elitists in here. Yeah, so why is this so fucking inconsistent? Because it's worked every single time so far. One, 2, 3. I feel like it was something to do with the area. 1, 2, But, and then maybe if I pick it up, and there would have been no reserved item data there. I mean, it's getting removed every freaking time. I don't know what the deal is with airplane food. If only someone could explain to me. Remove. Remove. Maybe, is it getting added at a weird time? Is that the issue? Not necessarily when it's not getting removed? That seems to be the only 2 times I add it, which checks out. That checks out for me. This is odd. This is odd. I don't even know what to test anymore. I don't even. We'll change this to fucking high priority, so he's gonna haul everything from there into there. I don't know. He picked up a lot there. Now did he add it? Oh, wait. Oh, hang on. Yeah. Okay. Okay. But when the interact action is complete, it should remove it. Okay, put the breakpoint there. Where is my other thing? That's not the thing that I wanted to thing. Here's that thing. What was the thing? What was the fucking thing called? Clear reserve. There we go. That guy. Okay. We do add the reserved by. He's coming. Don't you worry, he is coming. Oh Lord, there he is. The fuck was that, bro? He's just like, I'm out of here. The fuck was that? All right, that was a great, that was a fantastic experience. These fucking male Spalders, man. Okay, we are removing there. He did somehow pick them up. I wonder if he just got a weird pathfinding. I wonder if he just got a really weird pathfinding result there. Okay, so we didn't... I mean, once he picked it up, it was already off, from what I understand. So that this wouldn't have needed to happen. Okay, now what is he doing? He's just freaking the fuck out. Initializing hall interact action. Hall task changed from not started to failed. Why is hauling changed to failed? Well, yeah, where the fuck does that happen at? Where do I update the interact action here? Oh, here, perhaps. No more haulable items found? Oh, it was 2 lines down. I just didn't fucking read it. Okay, cool. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. You don't have to freak out about it, brother. You can just move on with your life. Oh, he's hungy. He's hangy right now. Okay, I need to fix that. Yeah, his hanginess is not. Okay. Yeah. Ghost, welcome in, my dude. Good morning. Do a little bit of that, a little bit of that. Okay, make that higher priority. We added the reserve data and it got removed. Okay. Now mark that as lower priority. Added, or no, we cleared reserve data. It wasn't even on there, but that's fine. The no op there. Change it back. I'm just making him move shit between all these inventories. That's funny. Wait, it now is one of those reserved now? One of them got reserved there. One of them did not get cleared. I see. Okay, so we started in chest. We had him transfer it to area. And then we had him transfer it back to chest. And then on that second transfer. So is it just going from box to area? And it didn't get cleared, huh? He adds a reserve bit. When he goes to pick something up out of the chest, out of the storage. Colony storage. Colony... Colony containers. I feel like this didn't have... Well, I mean, we would have interacted with a world item. Let me see if I can recreate that again. Let's get a fresh, clean slate here. Give me an area. Give me a chest. Give me liberty or give me death. That's what they say. So we'll start. Man, maybe we need 2. Maybe 2 is the key here. I want to ask you my drawing. Just ask. Don't ask to ask. Have you guys heard that before? Just ask. I think there's a website for it. Yes. Wait, do I still have the... Here, yeah, do that too. Yeah, add. Remove. Okay. Add. Yeah, we didn't remove. We haven't removed. This did not happen. Fuck, I hope I have the vlogger going. I don't know if I do or not. I do not. I'm wondering... I don't think we had a chance to ever clear the interact data. I don't think that ever happened in between these two things. I think the interact action gets reused. Yeah. Okay, I think that makes sense. I think that makes sense. But this would have had an interact action succeeded tag on it. Where the fuck did that get added? Step forward. Step forth. Oh wait, it did get removed. Did I jump the gun there? No, it didn't. Okay. Container. Where's the interact? Yeah, handle. Pick up item action. Yeah, just end. Yeah, we do. Okay, so we do update the interaction status here. So either this condition got hit. Oh wait, no, we didn't clear. Okay, so update. Okay. That makes sense, I think. It never actually gets cleared. Do I do that for my other stuffs? You look at where this is called from again. It's called from... Oh, it's called from the Colony Utils update task status. I see. Am I using the wrong one somewhere here? Potentially. Yeah, I guess I'm updating the interact status here, not the colony. Not this one. I don't have the task here though. I guess that's why I use that one. I think I want a processor to do that automatically. Like I should probably just call this one here. I see. This will be cache incoherent the way I do this, but let me just see if this works. Before I go out and, change the world. I don't know how you got to that. I think what's going to happen, so that happens... Updating that status would probably happen early in the frame. That happens at the beginning of the frame. And then all of my processors happen, which includes the Hall processor, which is the one that is taking and reusing the old interact action. So yeah, I don't think what I just did will work. I think the same thing. I don't think it'll ever be able to get there. I do get or add though. So maybe it's going to like rebuild it twice, I think. I think it's actually gonna build it once. Get me out of here. Don't want that one. That's good. Also interesting that I feel like this only happens with 2. Oh, he's not even doing it now. Okay, we're not even considering the thing I just fucking put in there. Okay, so now this seems like a fucking different issue. Shit, I did not mean to do that.
I shouldn't have said that. I should not have said that. I shouldn't have said that.
Hit me with that scenario again, my brother. Oh, I changed it to low. And I'm a fucking idiot. I changed it the wrong direction.
Dum 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 dum.
Change it back to high now. Low. So it seems to work with one. It's just with two. Go off and, yeah. Okay, now do... Huh, so it's only with multiple. And yeah, what I added didn't make a difference. Okay. Yeah, because we don't get to that processor because it runs afterwards. Because it runs afterwards. So I guess I should just clear it in here. Excuse me. Yeah, oh yeah, I see the comment I put here now. Wow. Amazing. See, this is why I don't use comments, because I don't even read them when I do use them. That's why you shouldn't use comments. They're a waste of time. Don't let anyone trick you into thinking that you should write not code in your code. Terrible dev advice. Yeah, I guess I just want to clear here then. But why didn't I want the interact action to get cleaned up here? Oh, I didn't want it to get cleaned, the new one to get cleaned up. Just say reset interact. Yeah, clear. I mean, clear interact. That's clear enough. It's just weird to me that we're gonna do this here. I think this will actually make it work. I'm pretty confident. My confidence is sky high right now. Let's hit me with a reset. Hit me with a replay. Thank you, game. Okay. Barrel roll, of course. Tactical roll out of the building placement. It is what you call a pro gamer move. Okay. Yeah, build it first. Put that shit in there. Put that thing back where it came from. Okay, this is working now. This is working now. Nice. Nice. feel like I should probably do that for other processors too, but I don't think they're having an issue, so we'll leave it as is. Okay, let me commit just this fix here. Right, what did I do here? I just added a comment. Here. So we can commit interact utils, interaction processor. What did I do? Okay, yeah. Yes, yeah. What did I put there? We can commit that to. Okay, so this is going to be fix reserved f reserved by data from not being cleared after successful container pickup. Boom. Bing, bang, boom. We fixed it. Okay, back to the store. My vlogger is still going. Stop that. So embarrassing. Let me go back to the item hierarchy utils now. The issue here now is that, what was it? It's that we're not building the correct hierarchy at first, I think. Yeah, none of the UI works. Cool. Oh, and I was saying, like, maybe I should change this. None has 4 invalid child tags. Cool. Let me think here. I think I do want to change this now, because I was already thinking that, like, for the equipment data table, like, let me show you guys this. The equipment data table already has all the information of the tag just in the equipment that I would need. Like, I need that outside of the tag too. So the tag here is equipment.leather.chest. Oh, and the equipment type was cloth. But yeah, that information is here already. Leather, chest, it's in the equipment table, so I know it's equipment. You know, do I need to also have this fucking tag here that I have to enter as well? The same kind of goes for this other stuff, right? Like item data, it starts with item.blank, blankety blank. Resource type is already here. So item.resource.wood. If it has one of these, you know. And honestly, maybe I want multiple resource types. Maybe I want multiple resource types. Maybe I want multiple tags. Maybe it belongs in multiple thingos. By thingo, I mean section in the item hierarchy. Hierarchy. Like in multiple sections here. Because, you know, items can have multiple properties to it. I was thinking maybe there's a type of wood fungus, you know, where it's like a very stalky mushroom that you can like technically eat, but it's shitty to eat with and it's shitty to build with. Yeah, so I think I can create the hierarchy just based off of my code logic. I could just make the tags, I could just have multiple tags, but it's still like, that's extra data entry that I don't really want, you know? And I'm kind of thinking that for the ECS, oh God. Bless me, thank you. Thank you, heard. I'm thinking that for ECS, what I do is I just take all of this data and I just shove it into ECS for every single item that's created. So I shouldn't be doing that. That's duplicated data. But you know, I may want to do some... queries for, you know, certain resource types on items. So it may be kind of cool to have the resource type as a struct tag, and then checking the item struct tags, you know, if certain ones exist. Would be how I determine if the item is allowed or not. It's a lot of structs to create, though. I don't know. Would I want to use it that... how do I say it? Like, would I want to use this data in an actual view? Because that's what the struct tag would help me with. It would allow me to do very efficient iterations over items. All I would use them for, I mean, I would also need a, because it's all about per storage, per area, per colony. And I don't have a way to filter for that in an ENTT view. I would have to do like runtime types, which I do think I want to get into. I do think I want to fuck around with that. I do want to find out. I want to find out. It would be cool to have a runtime type for each colony. I think what you have to do, I think there are two ways you can do it. I think that there's a built-in way in ENTT to do runtime types. I don't know if you're able to just create as many as you want. I think you have to define like how many up front you want. Or I can do like what Unreal Engine does with like the trace type queries. Where they like define a bunch ahead of time and it's like you're limited to this many in the game, 32, you know. I could do something like that, except defining structs. Like colony struct ID 1, colony struct ID 2. And that way I could at least filter by colony. And honestly, just filtering, once I get items to entirely into structs, just filtering down to colony and then iterating over all the items in the colony might be more efficient than doing what I do now, which is getting the storages in a colony and then only iterating over, or like only iterating over the specific storage I need. I don't know though, we'd have to test. I guess that doesn't scale well though. I think it would be faster at first. Oh dear, I did not mean to do that. Lots of thoughts are happening right now, lots of thoughts. The fuzzies are bouncing around in my head. So let me think about, I just need to figure out what to do about these tags right now. That's the current task. That is the current task at hand. And I guess I just have to think about how that's represented in a hierarchy. I guess, like, tag is still kind of useful for the hierarchy part. I think I just don't want to have to manually input the tag into the data table. I think I want to use selectors for it. I mean, what I could do also is get rid of equipment slot and equipment type and then just derive it from the tag. Then that's kind of squishy, right? I'll think about it. Let me be right back. I'll think about it. Okay, we're back. Hello, thank you. Thank you, please. Hello, please. Yeah, so I think I still want the tag. I still want the tag. I think we just need like a get tag function that'll like derive it, right? So my equipment. Well, I guess it's in my item. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Now the tag is like a derived piece of data. So I need to get the F item data, which it should have. But we will go return F game play tag wrapper. And I guess I need F string print F. Wait, what does this take in? Oh, it's an F name. That's kind of annoying. Tag string. Okay, tag string print F. And so I want %s dot %s dot %s. Well, I guess I need this to be conditional, right? Okay, let's initialize the tag string to item dot. What do you want? A whiny boy. Got a little whiny boy over here. Do I need a food type? Okay, so I guess the benefit of having gameplay tags is that you can add things very easily to the hierarchy and you don't need to like add something to an enum somewhere, you know? The enum is just, it's less data. It's a smaller data footprint. Take up less space in memory. And it's kind of less data entry. Because if I just had like a food type here, like I put food as a resource, but maybe take food out of there. And have a separate line item for it here. Conan, welcome. Good morning. Trying to think about what I want to do about my item hierarchy. I still want them internally represented by gameplay tags under the hood. I think that's useful there. I just don't know if I want the data entry side of things to have that. Because right now there's a bit of duplicated data entry right now, which I hate. I hate that for me. I hate that for future me. So like right now this one is like item, food, vegetable, seed, you know, like I could have a line item here that's like food type. I also want the ability to kind of have multiple, for it to have multiple. Oh yeah, if it has multiple, then get item tag isn't exactly going to help, is it? I would need that to return an array. You gonna growl at me? Moxie, can you share the heating? My dogs are fighting over the heating pad right now. By fighting, I mean just being passive aggressive. Heating pad comfy, it do. Mister, just there. Moxie, can you share? Okay. Here's the situation. Oh, you're gonna share. Oh, see, look at that. Good boy. You're taking up most of it still. So the problem is, Moxie will just straight up sit on fucking top of him. She has no spatial awareness. And Mister is a little bit more passive than that. He'll just whine. He'll just whine. Yeah, all of this is going to need to change, I suppose. And you know, if I don't have tags here, I will need to create like strict enums and things, which takes a little bit more effort. It's not like a huge amount or anything. But the thing is, like, I think I want that anyway. I guess I do use the tag query for like checking these types. Mister, buddy, you've got a section there. You just have to deal with that. Oxy was kind enough to share. He's like, I want the whole thing, Dad. I know I'm 5 pounds, but I need the whole heating pad. I'd also like to not need to have a class here for any of these. I guess I just need to consider like what item types I'm going to have. Because another world is that I don't have the enums and stuff here in the data table. And instead, I just have the tag. It's a bit squishier. And that I don't like, I can like mistype something, or I can kind of add whatever I want. I mean, and like an F name is more than an enum, but potentially less than several enums in terms of data size. Look at you two. That nice. Look at you. Maybe just having the tag here is the way to go. But then it's like, what am I using the enums for? Do I use like resource type anywhere? Let me check where I currently use it at. It's just for inventory queries, which I think I already have a tag way to do that. Like, I think there is an F, I use like an F gameplay tag query. Yeah, it's like find item in colony storage. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I just want to use the tags. I'm kind of leaning just like only tags in the, oh, and I'll put an array in there. Which probably just means this has like a array, gameplay tag, item tags, yeah. And I get rid of resource type. I guess the thing that's making me so hesitant about it is how squishy it is. Like, it's just free text, you know what I mean? Like, the programmer in me kind of hates that. The, like, designer and data entry side of me kind of likes that it can just be easily changed. But that's like the programmer in me means that's all. It also means it's easier to break. You know? So do I want it to be easier to input or harder to break? I guess it is the trade-off I have to make here. You know, maybe if I knew, if I had enumerated every single item type that I was going to have in the game, maybe it would be a bit more clear to me which one to pick. Could always do in-editor validation of some kind after the fact. Yeah, but that in-editor validation would basically require me to... at that point, I should just do the enum version, because that's essentially what... The point is you can add it, you know, you can add the gameplay tag in there without needing to change anything. Meaning like a new gameplay tag, like a new item type, or a new part of the hierarchy. And the validator would need to be aware of that, or else it would like fail, right? So you'd have to go update something anyway, which would defeat the purpose of the ease of input, if I'm understanding what you're saying at least. I guess I'll go with the more freeform input to be more free, because I don't know exactly what every single item type is going to be. And then to like make sure that if you hard code the test, yeah, it wouldn't help much. Well, how wouldn't you hard code it or do something explicit? You know, maybe I'm not picturing what you're talking about correctly, but in my mind, you would have to come up with some explicit rules to validate it. Otherwise, it's not really doing much validation. And when you come up with the explicit rules, meaning like, here are the explicit pieces of the hierarchy, because otherwise what rules would you have? Just like, oh yeah, they have to have dots. You know, there needs to be more than one dot in the gameplay tag, which is not like, I don't know, I don't see that as like super helpful, I suppose. Mister, you're gonna have to deal with this on your own. Moxie has given you plenty of space. I think there's also, I use this enum also for, right, I do the bit, the bit shift. Making sure it's useful somehow, I guess. I assume there's a relationship between resource type and other parts of the game. Validating that relationship, basically. Yeah, I mean, but how would you do that without needing to change it anytime you add a new thing to the game? And like if you're explicitly defining, like say you're like, this is item.food.vegetable.seed, right? Like I didn't previously imagine that I would need a category at the end here for .seed. It's like, yeah, you can eat sunflower seeds and you can plant them. So like that's an important distinction, maybe in the future. Right now, nothing works, but it's like, yeah, for food, it's like, oh, things can be, for food, it can be vegetable, meat, or fungal, you know? And it's like, if you're going to write a test that makes sure that it's one of those three things, you might as well just make that an enum. Like that's a much easier way to do that same thing. Like I think the functional test that you're picturing is just a lot easier to express in terms of just the shape of the data. And it's also a lot more, I think that's just a better way to do the validation that you're talking about, I think, is to just make the data reflect that validation. That way users understand it, right? When you're inputting the data, you're inputting all the different enums and you're not like, you know, inputting some string and then it's like invalidated, you know, or it's invalid in some way. I mean, of course you could make it like tell you the reason, but why not just make that reason impossible to do? when you're inputting the data. I'm sure maybe you could just say like, oh, maybe you define your like root types, or your root type, maybe it's the wrong word there, but your root, you know, food, item.food, item.resource, item dot something else, I don't know. And then maybe the end ones you don't define. And you can let that be free form, but then it's like the system's like half and half, and like I feel like you've just made it more complicated at that point to like just to be able to not pick a lane. I think just picking a lane here is probably better. Let me find out what I'm using this for. Okay, so I do use some bit math here. So the bit mask is not really nice. So if I don't have an enum for it, I can't use a bit mask. For this, this is a resource type, so wood, food, stone, metal. And so this is for like when the colonist needs to query the world and go get something specific. Well, let me look what the bit mask specifically is used for. I guess that was just the creation of it. Environment object filter. That's just building a task, which like, sure, that's super efficient to use the bit mask, but it's not like get desired PCG. Wait, do I actually use that? Yeah. Okay, so that one is kind of performance intensive. Well, no, because it's just checking the ISMCs. Not like the individual items. But actually, that one's not too bad. Yeah, I guess I don't care about the bit mask there that much. I think I was just trying to hyper optimize that. But honestly, if I wanted to hyper optimize this query here, what the hell, where did it go? It's an area overlap. Here you go, get desired PCG points. I should make that an interface so that I can use it in the test level easier. Yeah, I could just store the ISMCs by their gather type, resource types. Well, that would be kind of... Yeah, I mean, that might be fine. That might be fine. Yeah, I'm thinking towards just leaning using tags in a tag array in the table. And then honestly just delete the, because I'm not even fucking using it anymore, the tag table row base. On item data, or it's on item row handle. Yeah, on that. Gameplay tag, just F table row base now. I guess the thing that makes this kind of annoying for data entry is that I can't just add leaf values anymore. I have to like I have to explicitly provide the whole hierarchy, which is kind of annoying data input. God, dude, I'm so back and forth on this, man. I see so many pros and cons to both. Because it would just be really nice to just be able to add as many food types on there as I want. And I have like a nice little list of the available food types. But then it's like every time I want to add a new food type, I gotta like rebuild the engine. Which like, it's not like that would happen all that often, right? So is that big of a downside as I'm thinking of it as? Bought monitor with my first earning, feeling good. Hell yeah. First purchase. Yeah, I bought a whole like new gaming rig when I got a couple of my first paychecks. My big boy paychecks. You define all these tags in C++? No, just in the data table, like this. Free text input. Yeah, I do not. In either option, I am not going to define the tags in C++. That's why I had to write this whole gameplay tag wrapper class to be able to not do that. Because like Unreal Engine does not let you just willy-nilly add gameplay tags. You have to like go through the tag registry, and I've forgotten where I'd done it now. Yeah, I had to write this gameplay tag wrapper to just be able to expose the right constructor. Because it's like protected. I guess the one downside of just using the enums is that I have to write the logic for like what the hierarchy should be. Adding them to a tag data table. I don't think I want a separate table for tags. And I have to create a whole ass editor utility just to like manage that table and like allow selections from it. I mean, I guess I do want some sort of editor utility for selecting items. You know, like Sovereign showed off the other day. As if each item has a unique tag leaf. Well, I guess the leaf most of the item is the row name, is the row ID. So that's not like white mushroom, brown mushroom are both item.food.fungal. And then it automatically adds, and then my code just automatically adds the row name as the leaf tag. It's all the things in between item and that. So the tag is just the category, basically. But I mean, when I create the tag, I do put the row name there. So it's an ID that also has the category hierarchy in it. But it's like, I know that if it's fungal, it's food. Right. And so if I just have a food type here of, like, change this, take food out of this list, add a new line item for food type. It has a none option. Both have a none option. So we're defaulted to none. So it's like resource type, which will be more of like, maybe it's like a building type, wood, stone, metal. And then you also, and it's an array too. They can be multiple types. It can fulfill multiple. And then there's a food type array. So you can add a, fungal, vegetable, meat. And you just have to click that. And if you want to make it, I'm imagining that there could be some sort of type of mushroom tree hybrid. Imagine like a big mushroom in Minecraft. You chop that down, you can eat, you can cook that, or you can use it for building material, right? Which could be wood or something. Maybe fungal, maybe there's a fungal building material. Who knows? That's kind of what I'm picturing. And it's like having to type out this whole bit. And this is going to be an array. Maybe I should just change that now. Typing that out every time I want to add wood and metal. I know I can like copy it. I know I could create some sort of selector, hierarchical. Like there's the gameplay tag selector, right? I know I could write something to populate that with pre-existing ones. And I guess the reason I wanted to bypass the tag manager, the tag like registry part of gameplay tags, is so that I didn't need to actually add them, and then I could just use them under the hood for functionality, which I think I still am going to do. Whatever I end up doing, I will still have a gameplay tag under the hood to work with my item hierarchy system. Now I'm kind of just leaning enums. Kind of just leaning enums now. And like, there's also a potential ECS side of this, because it could be nice to just be able to add a struct tag, an empty struct to an item entity that has the resource type on it. And that would be kind of nice to use. I just get, but I guess if there's going to be multiple potentially, yeah, it would need to be an empty struct, yeah, because it's a struct tag. God, I mean, so indecisive right now. I kind of want to just like think about this off stream. I don't know, like, what? I don't know why this is such a difficult decision for me. Usually I just pick one and go for it. That's a really... how much do you want to bet that this guy looks nothing like me and you're just trying to promote the channel? How much you want to bet? Wow, crazy. Not a fucking picture on the channel. Later. Don't go into other people's channels and promote your own. That's really rude. Not only did he not look like me, there wasn't even a fucking image in any of his streams of him. And you did that to... There's fucking 4 people in in YouTube Shorts chat right now. Was it worth it?
I don't think so.
Probably wasn't even worth typing out. You probably just wasted time. I don't know. I kind of... The programmer in me really likes the resource types as enums. And maybe I make an editor utility to... Ooh, you know what would be interesting? You know what would be interesting? What would be interesting is if I use the struct tags. So I just tag the item with struct tags. I make some sort of editor utility to some sort of selector to select those the same you would in enum. It would probably look very similar to an enum. What's the point of doing it then? Why not just use an enum? Well, because then I can also use them in ECS and I don't have to duplicate. I don't have to create an enum version and then also a struct tag version. And I don't have to do that conversion everywhere, right? If I'm using one or the other in the code. And then I still use the gameplay tags, but I use the struct name as the different sections of the gameplay tag. And then that way I can also use reflection to translate the tag into the struct. I put a T array here, but I guess I want an F. I need a gameplay tag container. That's the correct way to do that. I don't know, man. I mean, I think I've settled on not having both in the editor. That's one thing I have settled on. And I thought about this originally when I was going through my equipment system. It's like equipment, leather, legs. It's like, dude, it's already there. That one's wrong. But I'm just typing the same thing again. Like I've already input legs. I've already input leather for the equipment slot and the equipment type. And then I'm just going to type it again down here. Like that could just be automatic. And like, this is kind of a nice list to select from. Why can't I search through this one? But I can on this one. Can you only search after a certain length? If that's true, I would make that length 5. I think 5 is the right number for that. I wonder if one's an enum class and one's a T enum as. Byte. No, they're both T enums as bytes. That's an enum uint 8. Oh, and that one's not.
Hello.
Who is that? Lapostian, welcome in.
John Cena!
John Cena.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
How go the vibes? Welcome in. What were you working on today? What were we doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
What the dog doing?
Yeah, nice way to get on another account and just to message me. Still, don't promote other people's channels. It doesn't even matter if he fucking looks like me, man. Yeah, I don't want to go to someone else's stream and see that he looks like me, to be honest with you. Like, or looks like me, sorry. Let's play Disney game? Thank you, man. Or, sorry, what am I saying? Thank you for the stream. Hi, man. Welcome in. Sorry, I'm distracted by someone in YouTube Shorts trying to promote someone else's stream. But welcome in. I'm also trying to make a decision as to how I'm going to represent my item, like, hierarchy. How was the playtesting going? And what's faster, typing out a gameplay tag like that or inputting the individual selectors, you know? Gotta go? Okay, no worries, no worries. Go if you need to. Good, had to stop the stream suddenly. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Go please do the needful. Yeah, apparently I look like this fucking guy. I mean, no hate on the channel. I'm sure he does great stuff. I don't... He doesn't even have, like, the amount of hair or beard that I have. Like, what is similar about it? That he has hair on his face and on his head? That feels like a promotion. that feels like promoting a channel, which, I mean, don't do that, man. If you're still here. Oh, the curiosity got the better of me. The dude literally logged onto a different account to come back. Where was I? Where was I? YouTube is so wild. Yeah, it's just kids, dude. Like, they're not socially adjusted because they spend too much time on the internet. Like, and I get that, like, I'm kind of a part of that in a way. But, like, just be normal. Be normal. Maybe they just don't know what normal is. So, yeah, I don't know if I want to use, if I'll have a need for using these enums and stuff. In my mind, I feel like the type of game that I am making would benefit from just being able to just add tags to an item that define, or it could be just an entity, item or entity or whatever, however you want to frame that, from just being able to add things to that willy-nilly, such that I can define the functionality for whatever it has, you know? Let me think about something here. So I want a kind of system where environment items may react to the player or a colonist when they're around. For instance, like some sort of exploding flower, right? That kind of triggers when you get near it. It triggers when a colonist gets near it. If I were to write that functionality, I would need to use a spatial query, I believe. For each one of those things. I could time slice it. That doesn't need to like trigger every frame on the dot. But like iterating over every one of these like environment items. That would be a lot. I think in most games you wouldn't need to check them all the time because they would just like first of all they'd probably only react to the player. And I think you just use like, they probably just turn off when they're not around, you know? And you probably just use the, like a volume, like an overlap volume. Which like, how does like a volume overlap check scale? Also, my colonists don't have collision. Private, welcome. So, yeah, can't do that anyways. I don't know, maybe I should build a system for that, though. Like a more holistic collision system. I guess the efficient way to do something like what I'm talking about is like to, first of all, time slice, because I don't need to check them every single frame. And then the ones that are like in an area where no one is, you basically turn them off or like check them even less frequently. And the check would be very quick because I do have the spatial grid. So it'd just be like, hey, is there anyone anywhere fucking near? No? Okay, just, you don't have to do anything. You know, there's no extra lookups or anything, so. I probably need to do some RVO as well. But anyways, going down that thought pattern was trying to think of like, how would the item tags help with that? Does that influence the item tags at all? Have the heating pad. Why? The boy just wants everything. Might try to do like a different refactor right now. I don't know. I feel like I need to give this more thought. See, I guess I don't really. It's like a really specific piece of functionality. It's like, what tag would that be? Like, F explodes within radius of colonist. It's like, I don't think you'd want that to explode based off of wildlife, you know? And I suppose what's nice about the Unreal Engine collision system is that it probably already does that whole thing where you turn something off when not close. And that's why there's like collision channels, right? Because you can also, you do that based on the collision channels. I should make my own collision system. I wonder if someone's done that with the NTT already. Interesting discussion, yeah. I would have thought someone would have had like a GitHub repo for this or something. Trying to understand poly. Wait, what is poly? Static polymorphism. But what does it all mean, Basil? The library allows to define concepts as interfaces to fulfill with concrete classes without having to inherit from a common base. Isn't that what template programming does? But I guess you can just treat it like an object-oriented thing. You don't have to make the templated functions. Is that what this is saying? The result is an object to pass around as such, and not through a reference or a pointer, as it happens when it comes to working with dynamic polymorphism. What do you pass it around as a value? I would have thought it would just be a reference. I need like okay, interesting. Why does this seem like it's more complicated than what it provides? Like, I understand virtual functions are slower in C++, so you wouldn't want to do that. But why wouldn't you just use a templated function for whatever it, I guess because there's like a base implementation. You can like call the super if you want to. But I mean, like, I feel like what I would do, because this looks like really fucking complicated at first. Like, this doesn't look readable as to like what it's doing. I feel like what I would end up doing is just having a templated function to either call, you know, some function that is implemented for everything. Or I would just do a switch case where if I wanted to reuse a function, I would just, you know, add all those cases together and have a default case. This feels like what I watched a talk about what was it called? It was like object-oriented programming, like the big oops, like the mistake of object-oriented programming or something like that. And it was talking about this kind of desire to not use like a type of switch case statement and instead just to have the, I don't know, I think I prefer this just having the switch case or the templated function. For most cases, like, because the more you use the inheritance, like the more complicated it gets. And this, like a switch case or a templated function, is very self-explanatory. So I don't know if I would ever use that part of this. What is this guy trying to do here? Oh, this first statement from the maintainer of ENTT. This kind of inheritance is exactly what components aim to replace in your project. So he's basically saying, yeah, why are you using that if that's what you want to do? Which is kind of what I'm saying in a different way. Similarly, you don't want to update all box-like components system. It would quickly become a mess, as inheritance usually does, taken too far. Too low poly, I don't think it's what you want here. Yeah, I don't know what I would use poly for. I mean, the example he gave was like things that are drawable on screen or something. Pong with ENTT and Magnum. What is Magnum? Maybe I should search GitHub for that instead of... Oh, it's a graphics library. Okay, don't care about that. We want collision libraries. Maybe I'll search that instead of system. This guy's using Unreal Engine. The time has come for the next big change. Oh boy. So on a post about upgrading to C++ 17 is where we talk about collision. Do you think it'll still work on UE4? Wait, what is this guy fucking saying? I will start a project in UE4 and wanted a good independent internal database, ECS, as I could even wrap it and run through JMonkey Engine 3D. Is he talking about in Unreal Engine or like in a different game? Saying to stress test my logic. Oh, okay. Maybe he's just talking about for testing. I thought he was saying he was going to create like a Java wrapper around ECS inside of Unreal Engine. It's like, what on earth are you? What kind of forbidden technology is this? The main issue is that communicating from Unreal into ECS and back is a massive pain and can be error prone, so it's not recommended. I'm not having too bad of a time with it, but I do agree that like the more interop there is, that does create complexity. An entity event. This is apparently using ECS, which seems like a very interesting use case for that. The music note simulation. Okay, hang on. Maybe I should listen to it. Like he's generating music with an ECS? I don't understand. It's like Beat Saber, yeah. Not something I would think an ECS would be used for. Not doing any kind of streaming, I just create 500 notes at the same time and let ECS perform the simulation for their movement and logic. Collision is done in normal Unreal Engine collisions, and it sends an entity event into the ECS, creates a new entity with the collision information, and then several systems look at it. That's an interesting idea, though. Hello, sir. May need to take my dogs out. May need to take them out. I still can't turn on collision for my entities because moving them is just a massive pain. Maximizing multi-threading. I feel like this guy is going through so much effort here. I'm really surprised there's not something popping up. Sooner. I'll look into that later. I might hop off here. I need to do some thinking about this, and I need to take my dogs outside. We may end the stream a little early today. I mean, what? I would have to get off in like half an hour anyway. Yeah, let's go raid someone. I'm gonna get out of here. Who's streaming? Stevie, perfect. Oh, Stevie. Yeah, we'll send you guys over to Stevie. Y'all probably heading over there after this anyway. Have a good one. YouTube Dracona, thanks for stopping by. Goodbye, everyone. Have a great weekend if I don't see you again. Until